Welcome to EMIC Training, Growth with Creativity and Challenge.
Monitoring is an essential leadership tool. If you want to have evidence about how your work is progressing, you need to think about monitoring. By monitoring, we mean the routine and systematic collection of information that will help you check that your project or objectives are on track. Monitoring consists of 6 basic steps. Step 1. Don't leave monitoring until the closing stages of the project. Sometimes we only start to think about monitoring by the end of a project or objective. It is essential to start thinking about monitoring from the beginning. Step 2. Decide what you're going to monitor and how often. Start by clearly identifying the outcome indicators that you're going to measure. Write them down and make sure the whole of the team are aware of them. Now decide how often you're going to monitor the outcomes. Are you going to do it on a daily, a weekly, or a monthly basis, or just at the end of the project? Step 3. Keep it proportionate. As long as you are monitoring the right things and have taken time to think about the best way to measure them, you don't need to gather huge quantities of information or use lots of differing methods. Focus on quality rather than quality and be realistic about what you have time to do. Step 4. Think about tools for monitoring. Have your tools for collection of information ready. Are you going to use questionnaires, interviews, focus groups, or observations from different people involved? Consider your monitoring tools and techniques. Step 5. Appoint someone to be in charge of the monitoring. Monitoring is one of those tasks that can be forgotten or can fall between job responsibilities. That's why it's essential to be clear about who's in charge of the monitoring process. It could be a project leader, a volunteer, or even members from your team. The most important thing is that everyone is clear about what's expected of them. Step 6. How and to whom will you report the findings? As obvious as it sounds, the person collecting the information should know who they are reporting to with their findings. Deciding this at the beginning is one way to make monitoring a practical process rather than a wasted exercise.
EMIC Training, Growth with Creativity and Challenge.